Hello and welcome, I am Prachi Gupta and you are watching Sci-Tech, a show where we unravel the science behind everything. In the recent past, we heard of the locust attacks in North India. Amid the coronavirus pandemic, locust attack was another scary thing all over the news. But what are locusts? And why do they attack? Find it in our report.
Locust attacks have been mentioned throughout history. We find its presence in the Bible, the Mahabharata, the Quran, and even in ancient Egyptian texts. But what exactly is a locust? Locusts are similar to a grasshopper and a cricket, and they belong to the same family, Acridiidae. But the locusts live in two phases. One is the solitary phase. Locusts are found in this phase when they are alone, similar to a grasshopper. A locust in the solitary phase is not a problem at all. The problem arises when this locust socializes with other locusts and changes to the gregarious phase. This happens when the dry climate conditions occur. Locusts move towards the wet regions in search of food and vegetation, and there they come across other locusts. When they meet other locusts, they become dangerous. This sudden crowding releases serotonin hormone in their body, which makes locusts more sociable and promotes rapid movements and more varied appetite. Locusts can even change body color and shape when they move into this phase. Their endurance increases and even their brains get larger in this phase. Locust swarms can cover vast distances. Some can travel more than 100 kilometers a day. They devastate the crops and cause major agricultural damage, which can lead to starvation in humans. They are mostly found in Africa, the Middle East, and in Asia because of the deserts found in these areas. A single locust swarm can spread across more than 500 kilometers, and it can pack more than 80 million locusts. One small locust swarm can eat equal to the food of more than 3,500 people in a day. Stopping a locust attack is a big challenge. It can be controlled by using pesticides, but using excessive pesticides can damage the crops and is unhealthy for humans. One can use loud sound or music because locusts run away from loud sounds, but that won't stop them finding another place to eat. One can even eat a locust as it contains more than 70% protein, which is more than the protein content in soya beans. And people in several other countries do eat locusts. But you can't eat millions of locusts, right?
The universe is getting bigger every second. The space between the galaxies is stretching like a balloon does when inflated. But how fast is the universe expanding? And expanding into what? Researchers from the Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Bengaluru, have recently discovered how this rate of expansion can be calculated. Take a look.
In 1929, Edwin Hubble discovered that the universe is expanding by showing that the galaxies are moving away from each other. And the further away they are, the faster they recede. But with what speed? The constant ratio between the speed and the distance is known as the Hubble constant. By knowing the speed with which the universe is expanding, we can understand the evolution of the universe over billions of years. And it will also help us understand the fundamental components of the universe like dark matter and dark energy. There are two methods to find the rate of expansion of the universe. One is cosmic distance ladder, discovered by Edwin Hubble himself, and the other is by using cosmic microwave background. Here comes the tricky part. Both of these methods are giving different results. According to the Hubble's cosmic distance ladder method, the value of the Hubble's constant is 74. And by using the cosmic microwave background radiations, scientists found that this value is 69.8. This difference is known as Hubble anomaly. The universe is messing with us, right? If this problem persists, It challenges our understanding of cosmology. The Hubble anomaly points to physics beyond our current understanding. Scientists from Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Bengaluru, have recently published a paper which suggests that this can be solved.
So there are two ways to solve it, because it's a mismatch between present expansion, which is mainly caused by dark energy. So you change the dark energy physics, or you go back into the cosmic time and change the physics there. Now people tried to change the dark energy physics. It is an unknown, but somehow it did not work. So we took the way to change the physics in billions years back when the cosmic microwave background was getting released. Yeah. And what we found is very interesting, that if there are like photon-like particles, we have light in our visible universe. If there are photons in dark universe, we call them dark photon. And if they talk to dark matter, like we interact with visible photon, that's why we can see. Like if there are particles there, then it changes the CMB physics in such a way that we can't see them, but they change the gravity and gravitational force and change the physics in such a way the CMB predicted value of H0 increases and start to come closer to what we see in the local experiments.
There are a few explanations to this discrepancy. The new theory suggests that there was a dark energy episode not long after the Big Bang, which expanded the universe faster than the astronomers had predicted. The existence of this early dark energy could account for the tension between the two Hubble constant values. Another idea is that the universe contains a new subatomic particle called dark radiation and includes previously known particles like neutrinos. These can account for this anomaly. Yet another attractive possibility is that dark matter, which is an invisible form of matter not made up of protons, neutrons and electrons, interacts more strongly with normal matter or radiation. And this can also cause the discrepancy. But the true explanation is still a mystery.
Old age, the most vulnerable stage of anyone's life. The time when health declines and the body no longer supports. What adds to this misery are neural diseases like Alzheimer, in which a person experiences memory loss and becomes poor at making judgments and decisions. A new study by the Indian researchers now offers a hope that soon we will have a drug for this memory-killing disease. Let's watch this small video to know what happens in our brain that causes this disease and what the new study is all about. Take a look. Who?
Sumit,
Who, Sumit?
your son, Ma.
That's Alzheimer, a disease that makes us forget about our lovely and close relationships. A disease that erases all the beautiful memories we made all along our lives. This emotional social side of the disease, along with its high prevalence in society, has made it an important subject of research. The cure has potential to treat millions of old-age individuals, helping them lead a better life. A new finding by the Indian scientists offers a hope that we will soon have a drug in the market to treat Alzheimer. It has been known for quite a while that Alzheimer is caused primarily due to an increase in the levels of two proteins, beta amyloid and tau. In Alzheimer, the tau tangles inside the nerve cells, whereas beta amyloid aggregates, which build up between the nerve cells. As the nerve cells get affected, they become incapable to efficiently communicate one another using neurotransmitters. This affects the patient's judgment and memory. Scientists from CSIR's Pune-based National Chemical Laboratory, IISER Tirupati, and Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research have found that nickel, a metal, prevents tangling by the tau protein in the laboratory conditions. The research is surprising as metals like iron, lead, zinc, copper increases the aggregation of tau protein. As the nickel is harmful to our body, the scientists suggest that its synthetic conjugate nickel chloride, morpholin, is a better candidate to be tested as a drug for Alzheimer's. Another research in the field has shown that inadequate sleep leads to buildup of a beta amyloid in the body, which increases the chances of having a disease later in life. So a proper sleep every night is a must to minimize the chances of suffering from Alzheimer's when we grow old, and hence spend our old age happily.
Time to wrap up this episode of Sci-Tech. You can share your feedback and suggestions to us on the email ID flashing on your screens. But before we end, here is the fact of the day for you. Take a look.
A female desert locust lays eggs primarily in sandy soils at a depth of 10 to 15 centimeters below the surface. A solitary female lays about 95 to 158 eggs, whereas a gregarious female lays less than 80 eggs in an egg pod. Females can lay at least 3 times in their lifetime, usually at intervals of about 6 to 11 days.